So if you're an educator and you are struggling to find time to create those engaging, high quality multiple choice questions, then in this video, I'm going to reveal to you how you can use ChatGPT as a tool to expedite how you create those questions. And trust me, you wouldn't want to miss this. By the end of this video, you will not only save time, but also enhance the learning experience for your students. But here's the twist. What if I told you there was yet another tool that will take your question generation process to the next level? Now stick around because I'll share that secret with you later in the video. So let's get right to it. I'm going to assume you know how to create an account and log into ChatGPT. Now, if you have questions about doing that, just put them in the comments and I'll create a whole video about how you can do that. Now, I'm logged into ChatGPT, and for this process, you can even use the free version, which is based off the ChatGPT 4.0 mini model. And if you have access to the pro account where you have ChatGPT 4.0 and ChatGPT, the legacy model, that's even better because it gives you additional degrees of freedom as to how you can upload content to create those questions. But the free model is fine, and you'll be able to generate questions that really will fulfill the needs that you have in terms of helping your students be better prepared or assessing them better. Now, when it comes to AI, the secret sauce lies in the prompt. And the prompt is essentially a set of instructions or questions that you give an AI like ChatGPT to guide it in generating a specific response or content. Now, the better the prompt, the better the output. And I'm about to share a prompt that's worked really nicely for me, and you can tailor it to fit any topic or difficulty level that you're trying to create questions for. So I'm going to quickly share the prompt and make a few comments about them, and I'm going to put the prompt in the description and you can use them however you want to. So there are a number of reasons why the prompt works really effectively. The first thing is we do specify the number of questions. Now you can change that from 5 to whatever number you're interested in. The next thing is we specify the topic, so that ensures there's relevance in terms of how ChatGPT goes about generating the questions. The next thing that the prompt does is it specifies the audience level. So where it says grade level or difficulty, this ensures appropriateness of the question in terms of difficulty. And then the next thing that the prompt does is it has a specific focus area. So where it says focusing on particular content or learning objective, that ensures that the questions that are generated are in strong alignment with the learning objectives. The next thing that the prompt does is it has a specified question structure. So we do say ensure each question has 4 answer choices. Now you can change that with 1 correct answer clearly indicated. So this portion of the prompt ensures there's standardization and consistency in the questions that we're going to get. So now the last piece of the prompt could actually be considered optional depending on your intentions. This prompt is designed to serve more as an opportunity to generate questions that students can use as a study guide. And so we have here in the prompt explanation of answers. So where it says additionally provide a brief explanation for why the correct answer is correct and why the incorrect answer is wrong. That is an additional piece of the prompt that is really good when you are trying to use these questions as a study guide for students. Now, this portion of the prompt ensures a deeper understanding of the subject being studied by the student, and it improves learning. So now that we've looked at all the elements of the prompt, let's go back to ChatGPT and use this prompt for a specific scenario to see how quickly and how efficiently the prompt works. So now we are back on ChatGPT, and we're going to start off with the ChatGPT 4.0 mini, which is the model that is on the free version. And we're going to make the assumption that we have an economics professor who wants questions for first year economic students on the topic of the laws of demand and supply. And so I'm just going to copy and paste the prompt and then hit enter. And there we have it. We have the question and distractors, just like we asked for 4. We could make this 5. You just need to change the number, and then it specifies the correct answer, and then it gives an explanation as to why the answer is correct. So in a few seconds, you have all of these questions. And now an important question that arises is, well, these questions were generated based on information that I don't have any control over. I don't know whether it's really accurate. So what you can do is you can actually ask the questions based on the content that you have taught, right? So we're going to use the same prompt with a slight variation, and I'm actually going to do it in a new chat window. So same model, just a new window, and I'm going to copy and paste the prompt. And there's just one tweak that I made to this prompt. Instead of the topic specification, it changed that to based on the following content. And I'm going to just paste the content that I want ChatGPT to ask the questions based on. So just click Shift and Enter to create some space. So now let's say these are your lecture notes and you want to ask questions based on the lecture notes that you provided the student to understand how much they have gleaned from what you've taught them or what is presented in the document. So we're going to copy all of this and I'm just going to paste them here. And so the prompt is all set. We click enter. And now it's going to ask questions based on the content in the document. But notice we had to first modify the prompt and then put in there the actual content. And as we can see in a few seconds, actually it was completed before we actually took a look. You have your question and all of this is based on the information that you pasted in there. You have your question, you have the distractors, you have the correct answer, and you have the explanation, just like we put in the prompt. So now you have your questions generated. The next steps would be to copy this. So you can either just highlight all the questions or click on copy here and then paste it in your Word or Google Docs and then format it there. So there's some downstream processing that needs to be done to make it elegant to present to the class or upload to your learning management software or even exam software if you're using something similar. So that's essentially the process. Now, the other thing that you can do is if you have the Pro version, you can change the model and you could use the latest version, which is ChatGPT 4.0, which is best for complex tasks, or you can even use a legacy GPT-4 model. So what's going to happen is because the model is different, it's going to present the information differently, but in terms of the process, you're going to get your questions with the same distractors, 4 of them based on the prompt and then the explanation. But let's just take a look at what it will look like if we were using GPT 4.0 or you have access to the premium model so you can actually use GPT 4.0. So let's just click on that. And I don't need to paste the prompt again. It's just going to use the same information and regenerate it. So generally speaking, the ChatGPT 4.0 model tends to provide better questions compared to the 4.0 mini, but in some instances, the difference is very minute. But that's how you quickly generate questions using ChatGPT. Now, if you have access to the Pro version, you could actually upload documents as well. So instead of copying and pasting, you could have uploaded the document. So let me just demonstrate that quickly. So we're in a new chat session and we're using the ChatGPT 4.0 model, and I'm going to upload the document, this actual document. I'm just going to upload it. And I'm going to go ahead and paste the prompt. Now the prompt is similar to the previous two. The only difference is changed this portion to based on uploaded document. Everything else stays the same. We specify the audience level. We specify the format of the question, what to focus on as well, and then also the explanations. So just click enter. And here actually ChatGPT gave us 2 versions and we can pick both of them, just combine them if needed. And as you can tell, it quickly read through the document and provided the questions, the correct answer, and the explanation. And for this model, you'll notice that it also provided a rationale for why the other answers are not correct, even though we didn't ask for that. So if that is important for you, then that's an additional benefit here. But if you just wanted the question and the answers with the explanation of the correct answer, you have that as well. So that's how you use ChatGPT to quickly and effectively generate questions. Just to reiterate the process, you need a very good prompt. I'm going to put the prompt in the description. And then once you've generated the question, you need to do some post-processing. This should be very helpful in providing students with a lot of practice questions for their study guides and may be helpful when you're creating your own questions for assessment. You always need to check the questions that are generated just to make sure that you, being a subject matter expert, completely agree with the questions that are generated and are testing, the questions are testing the elements that you want the students to master. Now, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how there's another tool that can take this question generation process to the next level and even make the process even faster. So we're going to look at the tool. The tool is known as Bevinzey, and this tool allows you to generate questions, not just multiple choice questions, but even short answer questions, fill in the blanks, and higher order thinking questions. So you want to go to bevinzey.com, and once you are logged in, you want to click on services, and there's several modules in there which do specific things. What you want to do is click on the text to question module, and once you're brought to this interface, what you can do is you can actually copy and paste your text in here, or you can upload the document as a PDF, as a Word, or as a TXT file. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to upload the document. So let me just simulate that. So we're going to upload this exact same document. As you can tell, I just dragged and dropped it and quickly upload it. You could go through the route of clicking this button, but you can also just click and drag it in there just like I did. Now, if you wanted, you could delete the text and then re-upload it. So now we have our content in here and we wanted to generate multiple choice questions. So you can click on the number up to 10, just click on 10 and we'll click generate. So one of the reasons why this tool is even faster than what you get with ChatGPT is because you just need to click one button and that's it. You don't even need to put in a prompt. So we want 10 questions based on our content. This is based on the content that we taught the students. So you click on generate, allow Bevinzey to do its own thing. And so there you have the questions, the detractors. So they are all there. Now the question is, where are the answers? So what is really powerful about the tool is when we did the examples in ChatGPT, we got the content, but we had to copy, we had to go and paste it. I didn't show that step, but that's something you have to do. Here, what you can simply do is you could export it as a PDF, as a Word, or as a TXT file. So I'm just going to click on PDF, click on export. So here you have the question and then the distractors, but the answer to the question is not shown yet. And this may be very useful if you wanted to give this to your students as a practice question, or even if you as a student were using this and wanted to just figure out how much you've known from the material. Now, if you wanted to have the answers in there, just click on this eye icon and then you have the answer in there. So you could export this as a PDF as well, or as a Word document, or as a TXT file. Now, if you wanted to make some edits to the document, it may be better to download as a Word document. But here, I just want to give the content to the students. So just click on PDF, click export. So now you have the version of the question with the distractors and then the answer in a few seconds. Now, what we did is we generated multiple choice. Like I said, you could do true, false, short answer, fill in the blank, higher order thinking question, or with a click of a button. So let's just say you wanted the higher order thinking question. We just click on this one. We still want 10. We're going to use the same content. We click one button, generate, and we let the Bevinzey do its own thing. And once again, we have the question. So we have 10 really elegant questions from the content that we want the student to master. We can export this yet again as a PDF or as a TXT file or as a Word document. And these are your questions. So these higher order thinking questions are more critical thinking in nature. And now we want to add the answers to it. So we click on the eye icon and there you have it. So we're going to export this as well. So you have the question within the answer. We export this again. And there you have it. So you could actually have two packets, give the first one to the student, let them try it, and then you can give the second packet as a study guide to the student. And you do all of this in a few seconds. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate how all the other versions look like, but you could do true or false, short answer, fill in the blanks. And if you want to find out more about Bevinzey, I'm going to put links in the description. Now, aside from copying and pasting your source content in here or uploading your document, you could actually also put in a prompt. So I'm going to put in one of the prompts that we used in the ChatGPT. I'm going to take out the number though, because we're going to regulate that from here. So let's say we still want to have 5 questions. Maybe let's do 7 so that we can see the difference between what we have here and what we have in ChatGPT. The emphasis is the same. We are focusing on first year university students. We're looking at the implications of the laws of demand and supply on pricing, and we want a brief explanation. So just click generate, let Bevinzey do its own thing. And now you have the question with the distractors and the explanation. And the one thing that is helpful here is you can simply click on export. And we export it as a PDF here. We click save. And there you have it. So using Bevinzey, you can actually use prompts as well, but the real power in there is you're able to upload your documents or just copy and paste them in there. You can upload your document as a Word, PDF, or a TXT file, and then simply pick your number of questions, pick your options, click one button, no prompts needed. You simply have your document, which you can export as a PDF or as a Word document, and you end up having a tremendous resource like this that you can share with your students or even use yourself as part of your pedagogical tools. So we took a look at how to use ChatGPT and Bevinzey to speed up your question generation process, whether you are creating study guides for students or developing assessment questions. And I hope you found the video tutorial useful. If you did, be sure to like it and share it. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you stay updated on the latest in AI and educational technology. So let's keep advancing education together, and I will see you in the next video.